So how you doing? I guess we need a third Mikey in here, and then we could do the Spider-Man meme. That's what I kind of said to Eater. I'm like, man, we need a third one.
Yeah, I know. Um, I've been doing good. Just you know, hammering away at this stuff, and now we're uh, now we're getting into a new era of the band, um, new era for myself.
Mm,
Just a lot of exciting things happening in life right now. So kind of just gearing up to go into this next journey.
nice, cool. Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys been a band for I don't know, man, because I followed you guys since I guess what is it, the first record, Barely Alive, and that's been
Okay.
like years. And
Yeah.
the one song that I found from you guys was Useless, and that just opened my eyes to you guys like
Oh, let's
no
go.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
And I love that song to death. Still do. I still listen to it religiously a lot. And I'm like, how I'm like, you guys have been developing your sound for like years, and it's like it. I feel like you're starting to hone into that now. I feel like.
Yeah, it's crazy. You referenced Useless. So like this band um was cultivating its first sounds like from Barely Alive, um, from a prior project,
Mm,
and it was, you know, me and Justin, uh, we're family related. We're first cousins.
mm,
We've been doing, bands together for a while, and then so like Useless is a song that we started writing before Savage Hands even was an idea.
oh really?
Um, yeah, that song got written in 2014, maybe 2014. It was definitely a different arrangement, but the chorus was always there. But it's crazy. I fractured my wrist on a snowboarding trip, like three different ways. I fractured it, and excuse me, I got surgery, and I was out of work for like 2 months. I couldn't do anything. So our producer was like, "Hey, if you're just sitting around, you should come up here and do some writes." So went up there and did Useless, and
Mm,
we got the chorus stuff down there and kind of got the whole song structured, and then I wrote the rest of it at home, just rehabbing my wrist. Like me and
nice.
my little brother was still pretty young. I just had him. I was like, "Hey man, like you want to help me write this?" And I mean, he didn't really help much, but I
Mm-hmm.
was writing, and then he was in the room saying, "Yes, that's cool." Um, so yeah, that song is just crazy how long it took to kind of develop, and then it almost didn't even come out. Like
Really?
when we got the whole EP together, went over to Sharptone, and they were
Mm,
like, "All right, pick your favorite five or six or whatever," and we did, and Useless didn't make it on there. I think the guys were like, it's just too old or whatever,
mm,
and then so after we put it out, I was like, hey, like we're going on this tour with Palisades, we should put out another song. And Sharptone was like, you got another one? And I was like, yeah, we have like a bunch that didn't make it. And they were like, which one do you want to do? And I was like, Useless, and it has a music video. Cause
nice.
like, yeah. And they were like, oh yeah, yeah, put it out. Like, so we put it out and it did great. I was like, damn, we should have put this on the EP.
But maybe that there's a reason. Sorry about that. Maybe there's a reason behind why you guys did it as a single instead, right?
Yeah.
Because it just
I
felt like it was it in itself. It's a different realm than the record,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it worked really well as a standalone. It was strong that way. It maybe you're right, and maybe it would have got hidden if it was in the EP. I feel like another song on that EP got a little hidden. It was unconditional. I think
Mm,
I- I'll never like be the guy that's like, yeah, this one is the best. Like, but I do think that song kind of got hidden because we play it live like very seldomly. It's like one of those ones where
mm,
we'll just like pull it out and play it, and people love it. Like
yeah.
when we do play it, they're like, "Oh yeah!" Like man, I really wish different things happened for that one. But it's okay. It happens. I'm just glad that it's out there for people to listen to and stumble on, you know?
Yeah, I think that's the joy of being like an artist, because you're just putting out the work that you absolutely love doing, right? And you're writing, creating, and everything, and you're just happy that fans are enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. But now you guys have a new song, which is Power. And how are fans liking this one, you would think?
It seems like they're loving it. The thing with Power is that like, and we've got a lot of stuff that
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna be putting out here. And Power Power doesn't Power has a lot of like meat to it, you know what I mean? It doesn't have all the sides and all of these things that you would expect from a full 5-course meal, but it's just got a lot of punch to it. And we have never really had a song like that. Um, and I kind of wanted to just put that one out first just to say, hey, we do this too. Like we can hang with the tough guys too. And I just wanted to throw that one out there as like kind of like to screw up, not screw up, but shake up like our algorithm, put us in a different placement with other bands, like because as far as like a lot of people that might listen to like I don't know, like a Day Seeker, Holding Absence, Bad Omens, like you'll probably hear our band somewhere in that mix if you listen to like Discovery on Spotify or whatever these like Discover playlists are on the other digital streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of wanted to put something out that is completely different from all of that, just to shake it up, and just to
Yeah.
offer a little bit more of a range from this band. But to answer your question, a lot of people are very into it. We've had different and it's worked. We've had like different pair of eyes and interest from it from different people, people that I've not expected to fall into it and like it. We're getting a lot of that good feedback, so that's really nice to see, and um, definitely boosting the numbers on digital streaming platforms. We actually had something happen this past week with that song that I've never experienced, and I kind of did some research on it just to give me some clarity because, like I said, I don't know much about Apple Music. I don't use it, but there's like a feature on there where they will have it's like a tab that you can open or see as soon as you open the app. It's called Best New Singles or Best New
Oh,
Songs, and Power got placed in that for like a week.
no way.
Um, and that's like editorial from Apple. It wasn't like
Oh,
catered specifically per individual, which is what I thought it was at first. But
yeah.
my brother had sent it to me. His wife had opened up her Apple Music and we were placed there amongst like, a wide variety of artists. And I was like,
Oh.
that's really cool. I was like, does she listen to us? Like, is that curated for her? And he's like, no, I don't think so. And then when he went to work, he had one of his coworkers that listens to zero rock music, like
Mm.
nothing.
Yeah.
And it was on his too.
No
So
way.
that was
Cool.
dope. Yeah, I was like, dang, all right, Apple, let's go. Yeah.
It's cool seeing like all the different like music, I guess, platforms, I guess finding out different bands. And it's interesting to see like each different platform kind of boosts another band in particular for a different song. Like sure, you have the Spotify's, you have yes, the Apple Music, but that's how you guys could make a break into it, right?
Yeah, and I'll use it as an example.
Hmm.
Two or might have been 2023 was when like the streaming really went insane for the band.
Hmm.
At one point in 2023, the or maybe 24, it was in that 2-year range. The band had exceeded like 800,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, and you know that was all based off of Spotify algorithm, like
Hmm.
Discover Weekly, and just pairing us up with other strong artists that were streaming well. And people were latching onto it. And one mistake that the band did make was that we didn't capitalize on that, and the capitalize would have been to put out more music. Um, we were a little slow to that, but that was, the 24, 25 era was kind of where we were in the middle of figuring out what we wanted to do next. We didn't have like a solid plan, and it was just, it would have been hard to get, a like an abundance of music out as far as what they needed. So we're a little late to the party, but it's right time right now. I believe the stuff that we just wrote that we're about to put out wouldn't have been the same last year or 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
It's a different time for me, and these songs, you know, developed with the growth that I had over those 2 years.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up to that. Like that's the thing.
Yeah,
Like
I
that happens. Like if you guys are at a point where you need to release music, great. If you can't, you can't. Like that's the beauty apart about being a musician, songwriter, anything in part of this music industry. You don't have like sure, you can like be dropping off like singles like no tomorrow, but if that's not great for I guess your guys' standpoint or where you are right now, then you don't have to. Fans will be fine. They're gonna be there for you guys. I know that for a fact.
yeah, and I appreciate you saying that. And yeah, we're kind of just like, it's funny cuz it right now you need to be heavy on the social media,
Hmm.
and it's no shock that this band has never really been like a heavy social media band, but I've turned that around and we're doing the thing now.
Yeah,
But we're making it my thing, or like our thing, where it's like fun to do it. It doesn't feel like a chore,
that's good.
so that's a really good thing. Like I don't dread having to go do content. I'm like, oh yeah, let's get this done. Like
Yeah.
I'm very excited to go do it. But part of that is because I love these songs. Like,
Hmm.
the power content that we did, pretty cool. I always like it's so funny. It's not because I want to all the time, but like this specific scenario, I had to bring my dog. Couldn't leave him at home. So, yeah, of course, my dog's like wandering around set, low key being a nuisance. But yeah, he was in the background of my set for Power, just shooting that short form content. But it was fun. Had a good time and got a little bit of special effects makeup done. Shout out Crystal. Just my manager's wife. She
Mm,
does really good special effects makeup she does it for TV stuff, but
cool.
she was able to set me up a little bit for that, so that was dope.
That's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
How is it like making this song compared to like your past songs that you guys have made? Like you guys been a band for like over 10 years, right? So it's like
Yeah.
how is it like for this one?
So Power, we've had a lot of these songs, not all of them, but a lot of the newer songs that we done, we collaborated with a guy named Caleb. Um, I'm not even gonna attempt to say his last name because I I've never even asked how he says his last name, but but yeah, we collaborated with another writer named Caleb, and Power was amongst like the third session of songs that we did with him.
Hmm.
So like for me, Room is like super comfortable. Um, had my guitarist Javon out here, and for that song in particular, it was born from a defunct idea that we had originally. And it's funny because the original idea was kind of moving. I wasn't vibing at all,
Oh.
and but my guitar player Javon was sitting in front of me, so like he wasn't catching whatever vibe I had.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden they kind of just like stopped and turned around and looked at me, and they were like, "Do you like this?" And I looked at them. I looked right at Javon. I wanted him to say something, and then he looked at me, and we just had this like synergy that it was like, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything. And then finally, I was just like, this isn't really. And then our producer Lee just was like, let's do something different.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, yeah, take a little
Telepathically, we're
breath.
like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're doing this.
yeah. And then a riff, like all of a sudden, Javon and Caleb were just kind of noodling on guitar, and that riff like got born. And
Nice.
from there, so Power, like I said, Power just has a bunch of really like strong, you know, kind of vibes going with it. It doesn't
Mm,
have a lot of crazy guitar in it. It's
yeah.
just, it's very just like in your face. That song got written really fast.
Hmm.
Um, it's just like a big statement song. Like the chorus is just very simple, very standard. Kind of like a call out chorus. It's again another song we've never really done anything like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, that the process for that one, like I said, it was just born from a defunct idea we were working with, and then when we got to it, it was like, oh yeah, we got it. Boom,
Yep.
just done. Yeah,
Nice. Yeah, honestly, that's honestly the best way to have a song where it's like, yeah, you know when it's good, you know when it's done, and you feel the vibe for it, right?
yeah. For that one, I can say this 100%. That was the fastest one that we had written.
Dang.
Um, the idea, once we had the base idea down, it was just super easy to get it done. Um, I think we had wrapped that one up at like, we had started the day at maybe 11. We had that one wrapped up by 3 p.m. And that's
That
like,
quick?
that's,
Wow.
yeah, that's fully tracked and everything. Like, we
Wow.
just had it done. Now, additional production, that's a different story, but
Yeah.
you know, the whole song structure, tracking, and everything done by 3.
That's really good. Like,
That never
comparative, yeah,
happens.
that never does happen. Like, I talked to many other artists, like, yeah, it's a full day. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's still quick. And I'm like, okay, that's the quickest I've heard in a while now.
Yeah, we've only done that one other time, and that was for the song on the last EP that we did called Black Clouds.
Hmm.
That one was a really fast like writing production, but we had written that one with Cody Quistad from Wage War,
Nice.
um, and that he's a beast
Yeah.
at writing. He's so crazy. So yeah, that one was quick too. But Power, yeah, one we just had the idea. It was just like, all right, there we go.
You guys have to make an award of like quickest song ever that you guys have made now. So there you go. You
Yeah,
topped it. Now you got to top that now and go a little bit quicker for the next one.
yeah.
So how was the process, I guess, for writing the lyrics for yourself, Mikey? Then was it hard or was it pretty like straightforward? They're like, yeah, these just came to you right away.
Um, for Power,
Hmm.
again, kind of similar to like what we just talked about. The lyrics came pretty easy.
Okay.
Throughout the record, different story. Um, it's just a lot of these songs are kind of, you know, they come from deep origin stories, and we took our time with them. You know, some of the songs took a couple of days to write, some of them just a day, and then some of them it's like, hey, we turn around and say, hey, maybe we should change some things, because over the night, just listening to the hook that we wrote changes the way that I feel about the song.
Hmm.
Um, and then some of them, there might be a song or two that um, was written even further over time. You know, because some of the songs on here, there's not many, but there's some of the songs where like my guys back where they live in Maryland and Virginia, they got together and wrote their own demos, sent them over, and I had them for a while, and I was like kind of writing to them over time. Um, I don't always do that, but
Hmm.
it happens sometimes. It just depends on how busy I am out here and how quickly we can get into a session and kind of get stuff ironed out on the production side. But yeah,
Yeah. So where are you based now? I guess.
I'm in Nashville.
Okay. So you're in Nashville.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
yeah, I've been here since 2022. I
Okay.
moved here in the beginning of 22. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Okay. So you're speaking new record, a new record. Can you speak any juicy details about new record talk or anything, or no? Is that
No,
locked
I
into
probably
closed
should.
doors?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
I suck at secrets and stuff. So
That's fair.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's no surprise we we
You
got new
guys are
music
working.
coming out. Yeah, I think I gave a special Spotify message to the top 1% listeners. It was like a nice little video message, and I said something about records and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, we're definitely this year. If you are a Savage Hands fan, or you're just a fan of music and love finding new music, this is the best time to be on the side of Savage Hands. Like we've never been in the position that we are right now,
Mm-hmm.
and that's exciting because I can finally give a lot,
Yeah.
as opposed to the past. And now I've given a lot in the past, but now I can give even more than what I've given in the past. So
That's
yeah,
cool. I feel like you're opening it up a lot more than previous times. Like this is cool, honestly. I'm glad
yeah,
that you're very much opening up more on just in general with the community and just in general with your fans, right?
yeah. And we've, I think, obviously you get your fans that will listen to your music all the time. And always comment on your posts and show the support that way. But over the years we have really like built such a solid live fan base too. um, and we do that by just kind of always being around.
Yeah.
We're like, after the shows we hang out
Mm-hmm.
with everybody. We kind of just like, we don't stay in the back or just kind of do the thing. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs a break. Some people's brains can't they can't handle the that many people, the social environment, stuff like that. I'm not as good with it either. And sometimes I do need a break.
Yeah.
But I always try to hang and do stuff like that. But we've just started to see, repeat fans showing up, and they remember us names and we remember their names, and we say, hey, it's just like a hangout. It's fun. Like, we're making friends. It's not fans anymore. It's like friends. And that's what we're trying to do. And then these people start traveling, you know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep building that. Now, obviously, you get to a point you can't be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
I can't remember everybody, but I try my best, man. Like, to really just, a lot of our fans, they use these songs for whatever they need them to be, and I want to try to keep on that relation um, in everything that I do. But yeah, it's been cool. It's really been cool, and I'm excited to keep growing that, that little community.
Hmm. Well, I guess this is my avocation. You've been saying live shows and everything. This is my due diligence. Come to Canada, man, in the Western Canada, because you guys haven't gone this side yet.
We've never played
Yeah.
Western Canada. It's definitely, at this point, it'd be like a bucket list thing for me,
Yeah.
because I'm like, it must be hard to get over there. I know that tours go there, but is it that often that tours go there? Is there a reason why you would think we don't go? Because, like I said, I don't know why we don't go.
Hmm.
When even when we're on someone else's tour, it doesn't go. So I'm
Okay.
just curious. I'm just
Yeah.
curious as to why certain artists don't go there. Like, what's the
This
market
is
like up there?
interesting that you're asking me this because sometimes artists are like, oh, they know this reason and they don't. So this is cool that you're asking me this. So it depends, honestly. Like, of course, you guys get a bunch of tour packages that you guys get sent to, and you probably accept them, right? And that kind of stuff. But I guess it depends on, yes, the booking agent, but also because how big Canada is, it's hard for tracking that too. So for us, I'm living in Winnipeg, so for you guys to go to say Winnipeg to Toronto, that's going to be like a 2 day stretch of driving
Yeah,
that wise, and that's the thing about going from Winnipeg to say Calgary as well too. That's another 2 days of driving, so it's such a big long stretch, and the only issue, and I guess the venue sizes too. Because our city, we only have a 200 cap, 700 cap, 1,200 cap, and then we have arena. So there's
Okay.
nothing in between that like middle range venue size. So
Mhm.
that's why we don't get much of tours in our area. But as for like say Calgary and Edmonton, they have like everything of the mid from small to large and everything like that kind of side of Canada. So it really depends on promoters, booking people, and just the tour packages, right? Like I was talking to I think Word Alive and they had to cancel their tour I think last year across Canada and just booking agents and promoters just couldn't do it, I guess.
Yeah, it's we almost made it over there. There was a tour that we had, um, like the headliner was interested in taking us, and I'm not gonna name who,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was an entire Canada thing. Like it was nothing but Canada. Like in November, this was a year ago that this was supposed to happen, and we were ready to go, but
Mm,
excuse me, they ended up pulling the plug on it, so we didn't get to do it. But that would have been crazy because
yeah.
yeah, we would have been visiting a lot of different areas in Canada. And I know obviously like a huge issue is like touring Canada in the wintertime is kind of a no-no.
Yeah.
Um, since we're not from there, no one knows how to drive in that type of weather. Like I'm from, Maryland. They get decent snow over there on the East Coast, but nothing like what north up there gets.
Yeah.
Like we did, I think it was right before the pandemic. We were on that tour with While She Sleeps, and we were playing. I think we were in Canada for almost like a week because we
Mm.
had like 4 shows up on the east side, and we traveled through a snowstorm that dropped like 18 inches in 24 hours, and it was we went from was it Ottawa to Montreal, and that drive's not supposed to take this long. It took us like 16 hours to do
That's
it.
nuts.
And every
16 hours.
I'm not exaggerating. Every mile there was like a 16 wheeler turned over in the shoulder or in the ditch, and I was driving. I'm going like 10 miles an hour. I could feel like my wheels were. It felt like I was hovering on the road. Like I was just
Yeah.
like slowly slick like this. So I'm just white knuckles on the steering wheel, just staying straight. There's no radio on. The guys do a little joking in the back and start giggling. I tell them to shut up
Yeah.
because I'm just like so locked in. I'm like, dude, do not divert my attention from this.
Yeah.
But yeah, once we finally got to Montreal, it was like, all right, where's the bar?
Yeah.
Get in the bar,
Get the
and
bar.
I didn't know this, but like lots of speaking French up there.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm walking into places and I'm not having much luck. On like, yeah, it's funny. Like I finally found one spot though, and somebody spoke good English or decent English, and they got me what I was looking for. But just a couple of beers, a couple of drinks. But yeah, we played sold out show that night. It was a really good show. It was fun. Do I say it was worth it? I mean, I guess we made it in one piece, but I would never drive in something like that ever again. I
Yeah.
would. It's just too dangerous, like.
Yeah. That's
But
that's why the last couple years we've not been having a lot of tours in winter just because of those issues, right?
tough.
Because
Yeah.
highways and everything is like you see the semis, you see those tour packages fall over and everything. Like we had what is it? I think Megadeth even had like an issue with one of their trailers that fall off like from the
Oh
recent
wow.
tour and everything. Like that's the issue about touring in winter for Canada. I once black ice hits those highways or roads, you are screwed.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
you
We.
go in spring, summer, or fall here in Canada because it's nicer weather, but also it's like it gets pretty hot in summer as well too, and it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to do some touring through Canada in the summer. I heard it's beautiful.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, we have to eventually. We need to get over there to Western side because I've never been, and it seems like we'd do well up there and have a good time. Um, So it's something that I got to mention to my team, see what they think. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, uh, the booking agents, they have relationships with all these
Mhm.
promoters everywhere, so they'd be the ones to talk to them and say, hey, how do you think a package like this would do? Like, what types of other artists do you bring in that are similar? Like, how does that work for them? And that's kind of how we get those ideas started.
Cool.
um, so yeah, let's
That's
definitely
cool.
bring it up.
Yeah, that's a kind of idea. That just bring it out to you maybe one day, but either way, I get it. It happens. It all depends on those people, right? But
Yeah.
hey, we'll see. Are you guys having any tour plans for this year in general for anything or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Coming out very, very soon, probably before this airs.
Okay. Cool. Awesome.
So yeah, yeah, it'll what's today? The
Uh,
ninth.
ninth.
Yeah. I don't know when you decide to upload this, but yeah, very
It'll
soon we're gonna be.
yeah. I'll probably talk to Eater and ask her and be like, hey, when can I post this and everything, and usually talk to
Okay,
her about that kind of
for
stuff.
sure.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so I
it's
don't
it's an ex
clash on any like announcements, right?
yeah, it's an exciting one. It's something that, all of our OG fans have been asking for a long time. And we finally feel like we're at the point to where we can deliver on something as far as this type of tour. So I'm excited to get it rolled out there and see how everybody takes the news.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you
Yeah.
guys back on tour and see all the videos and photos and everything. It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's one thing that we've started to work on a lot more. Obviously, because the whole content is king conversation. Um, we've been taking a content person with us for the last couple of tours, and we definitely will be taking one on this time. And
Mhm.
we've got them dialed in with like a pretty strict regime of what we need, and uh, all the creative stuff that we need involved with it, and everything. It's not just like, hey, this person's going on tour and they need to give you X amount of things every day. It's like, within this X amount of thing, like, this is what we want to see, and then on this thing, this is what we want to see. So it's a lot more detailed in what we're
Mhm.
asking, but it's all done prior. So once we get out there, we know exactly what we're doing.
That's good.
um, yeah, and we'll also be utilizing having a content creator on the road with us for, that long, for a whole tour. It's like, yeah, well, we're gonna do other content too,
Ooh.
for potential new singles or something,
Ooh.
stuff like that. So
Cool.
yeah,
That'd be cool.
yeah,
That'd be actually really
yeah,
cool. It's just to see
yeah,
how that works out. Okay. So,
yep.
what was your first rookie mistake in the industry you could remember, Mikey?
Um, Definitely not having a manager.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, this band has always had like a funny ride with like management and things like that. But yeah, there's just like, I've self managed the band for a long time now, and we've had managers in between. Um, but for the times where we've not had a manager, that was always the time where decisions were made that might not have been the best ones, or too much time and space had been created to where, like, I hire someone else and they have to work twice as hard to get us back to where we need to be. So yeah, definitely the lack of management is a big rookie mistake. I mean, some people are just really good at doing it, and maybe they're a little higher in the music industry than like I am or whatever. But
Hmm.
as far as like me, I'm decent at managing the band, but I don't know everything that like a manager knows, and knows what to do to like help get us up the ladder.
Yeah.
I was keeping us afloat and keeping us around, around the conversations, around the building, but kind of not being able to get in the building, and for certain opportunities and
Hmm.
things of that nature. So it's like, we finally we have a team now that is really good with all that stuff. And it's been really great this last year. And we we started working with our manager literally the start of 2025. Um, it's somebody that I've known for such a long time, very good friends with, and have written music with, toured with, all this and
Hmm.
that, and it finally just made sense. And he lives here in Nashville, so like that also helps. Like
Yeah.
we can just meet up. Give me a call right now and say, hey, 15 minutes, can you meet me at this coffee shop? I got some stuff to go over. I'm like, yeah, see you there. Um,
Hmm.
but uh, but yeah, it's been really good. But definitely the management
Yeah.
thing was a rookie mistake for sure.
That's good. At least you have someone
Yeah,
that you could call up and be like, "Hey, can I have a drink with you, or coffee, or food, or something?" Like that's a good thing to have.
yeah,
And it's like a friend too, in a sense, right? Like he's your
yeah,
buddy. Yeah.
yeah.
Cool. What's your favorite tour snack that you have to have on place on the road when you guys are going on the road?
Hmm.
This upcoming tour, what is your go-to snack that you haven't have?
So on this upcoming tour, it's going to be different. I've made a lot of like lifestyle changes, like how I eat and stuff. I'll probably be doing a lot of rice cakes if you
Hmm.
know what those are. Like,
Yep.
um, I'm big on them. I do. It's funny. It's a different side uh, thing for each flavor. So like if we have like the apple caramel apple ones or the chocolate ones, I like to put peanut butter on them.
Oh, okay.
But then like if I get one of the like the cheese they have like cheese ones too, like regular cheese and then like sriracha honey or something. I'll just eat
Sriracha
those
honey?
plain.
Oh, you
Yeah,
guys have
or
better
I can't.
rice cakes here. Ooh.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's something sriracha. They're so good though. Like Chipotle sriracha. I can't remember what it is, but they're really good. Um,
Man, we're getting screwed up in Canada. We don't get those fancy flavors. We just get the cheddar
yeah,
and cheese, and that's like normal. Dang.
yeah. You guys don't have the chocolate ones?
We have the chocolate ones. We do have the chocolate ones, but
Okay.
we don't have any like, yeah, like you said, the Chipotle or that.
See, normally it's the opposite. Normally
Hmm.
you guys got the flavors and then we don't. So,
It's weird. It depends on the stuff that you get. Like I went this past, what is it, March or whatever, and I found out you guys have like drink a lot of drink mixes stuff. Like I just bought like a bunch of like orange crush zero sugar drink mixes stuff that we don't even have
oh yeah.
here. It's
Yeah.
bizarre. I'm like, oh, Sonic flavor. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Well, it's funny. The first time we went to Canada, I got like I think I found these like rock stars mixed with alcohol
Yep,
or
that's a
something like
thing.
that.
Yep,
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
so good. Those are so
Yeah,
good.
they do not sell that here. Um and it's funny, I like I went to get like I think I got like 4 of them, put
Hmm.
them in my book bag, and one of them exploded in my book bag.
No.
It's this book bag right here, this Adidas book bag. It stained the bottom of it. I can still see the staining. It's because it was like red. So it
No.
was funny. Someone we were on the tour. Someone was like, someone moved my bag, and they're like, "Hey, Mike, your book bag's leaking." I'm like, "What?" I look in there, and sure enough, it's like filled with freaking Rockstar alcohol. I was so upset,
Damn.
but
Hey, next time
yeah,
you go, get some more and maybe try not to get it to.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
No, I literally didn't. I didn't even get to try it. Cause yeah,
Oh,
that one blew up on me, and it like, yeah, it was bad. But
oh.
yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, the stuff with those rice cakes is probably they probably have like some ingredient in there that is banned everywhere, and we shouldn't even be eating it. Who knows?
Well, that's also
You know?
what is it? I think red color dye is banned in certain places as well too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah. I
that's a
don't
big thing
even.
in the states that it's like, oh, there's red color dye and everywhere. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
um,
yeah, in the
yeah,
I would say in the I would say in the past, like big tour snacks, something that's always in there are like the like any type of like nuts like pecans or peanuts, uh, cashews, like stuff like that. We get a lot of trail mix. It's always in there.
Oh,
Yeah, anytime, especially traveling the U.S., like all these like weird little gas stations, they always have this like it'll be like its own little stand, and it's like boiled peanuts or something weird like that, or like it'll just be like a big like wrapping paper that's twisted up. It looks like a giant cone, and it just has
what?
like peanuts in it or something, like special made peanuts. So like we'll just buy those things, and they're always just in the tour vehicle, just lingering around for someone to eat on.
Man, the tour I went on 2 years ago, they didn't show me this. I went to Bucky's and I went to Sheets. That was revolutionary to me, man.
Yeah. Okay, so Bucky's is the one. That's where we always buy the pecans or pecans, however you want to say it.
Oh.
That's where we buy those, and they're so good. So next time you go, if you like stuff like that, definitely get them because they got
Mhm.
some good flavors over there.
Hmm.
Bucky's has really good food. They're just starting to build a lot of Bucky's. Like
Oh, really?
the yeah, so in Nashville, they're building one an hour east, um, and that should be ready probably in a year. So whenever I travel back and forth from here, like to go see my family,
Mm-hmm.
I already passed two Buckies on the way.
Now you're gonna
So
be hitting
now
the
I'll
third.
pass a third one. Yeah. So and they're gonna keep moving. They're gonna keep moving. I think all over the place. But so yeah, the food. It like I look at it like anything else now, just because I visit it all the time. Um, but the food is good though.
Okay.
It's always good. It's always on the same. Like it tastes the same now as it did last week and the week before and whatever. It's
Mm-hmm.
consistent. That's the word I'm looking for.
Cool. If you could describe yourself with one word on where you are at life right now, where would you, where, which would it be?
Um, I would say content.
Content?
Yeah, content.
How come?
Um, because I am so right now I feel like I'm very ahead on a lot of the music stuff, which I've
Mm-hmm.
never been ahead. We've always been like behind.
Hmm.
Um, I've also just recently been engaged,
Ooh,
which is,
congrats.
thank you. Yeah, it's not everybody gets to do those things, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel lucky that I'm in that situation. So that's awesome, and that you know drives me towards feeling content. Um, you know, and yeah, just a lot of things in life are kind of pointing towards that. We're always going to have trials and tribulations and things, but I am starting to. I've just had a lot of growth, and um, recently uh, stopped drinking alcohol.
Mm.
That was more for like a health thing.
Yeah.
Just kind of there's a lot of goals that I want to hit, and alcohol prohibits that in a large spectrum. Um,
Mm.
a lot of people can obtain a lot of things doing any type of substance, but for me, it just was like bothering my health and nervous
That's fair.
system a little too much. So like take a break, and that's allowed me to clear my head and
Mm.
just reach a lot of fitness goals that I have. And that's another thing. Fitness has been going really good for me. I'm like the strongest I've ever been in my entire life right now. So that has been that's a it's a unopened door right now. I'm in uncharted territory as
Mm.
far as like the strength side, and I'd be like, if you told me 2 years ago that I would hit 260 pounds on the bench press, I would tell you
Yeah.
how and when.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm at right
No
now, and
way.
I thought it was crazy. So now my goal is like to hit 300 pounds on that bench press. Um, my family is like super into fitness.
Mm.
My dad and all his brothers, like that's their thing. And I just remember growing up, being introduced to the gym with them and seeing my uncles go at it. And I think I've seen my uncles lift as much as 325 pounds. So like
Ooh.
I wanna go further than that. I want to be the strongest. But I got like my younger brother, he's a gym rat, and
Mhm.
he's training for a competition, so he's starting to get really strong right now. He's bulking up, just taking on a bunch of mass, and he's getting big. But he's a tall guy too, so
Mm.
his his bench press is tough because his arms are so long. He has such
Mm.
more of a motion to come all the way down. I got short arms, so my
Mm.
motion's real quick. It's super easy. I just have to work on the power pushing back up, but no pun intended.
Cool. All right, I got a couple games to go with you, and then we'll get you going. But
Yeah.
basically, guess the next lyric or song from, I guess, Savage Hand songs. So, what I
Oh
got?
no.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna see if you know your own lyrics, Mikey. All right.
Yeah. This is fun. All right.
So, how does it feel that 7 years was all a waste? And what comes after that, and what? Yeah.
You can't turn back time, I feel. We both crossed the line, but you. Wait, no.
Nope. Nope.
This is second verse.
Yep.
Dang, hold on. Do you feel the pain? Do you
Oh.
feel the shame? No.
Oh.
Do you feel the
Yep.
shame? Do you feel the pain? Yeah. Okay.
There
Okay.
you go.
Got it.
There
Yeah.
you go. You
It
got
took me
it.
a second.
I'm
Took me a
like, oh, you
second.
got it, but it's the wrong There we go. Let's
Dang.
go. Okay, it's washed away. Let's go. You got it. No, whatever you say, it won't go away. It knows where I sleep.
That's power.
Yep. Yep.
um, Depending on, it would either
Mhm.
be that repeated or all of my prayers are devoured. I don't want love, I want power.
It's no, whatever you say, it won't go away. It won't go away. That one.
No, whatever you say, it
Yeah.
won't go away. It won't go away. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, it doubled up. Yeah,
Yep. Um, I can see you even though I don't want to. I can feel you even when you're in my rear view.
like a shadow on a skyline. See a double on the night drives. The hardest part of letting go is giving up the hope, you know. I push it farther past the red line. The only way that I could survive. Yep.
Yeah.
Trust
Trust
issues.
issues. Man, okay, you were good. I tried this with Damon from A Virtue. He was terrible at this, man. You
Well,
were perfect.
I am in like every single writing session for every single song. Um, so yeah, a lot of these songs. Well, and that one in particular, Trust Issues, we got to write that with Aaron Gillespie.
Mm.
Um, and that was a really cool experience to work with him. Under Oath is
Mhm.
literally one of my favorite bands, and he was also involved. Well, the Almost was his band, and I love the Almost too. So I'm a huge fan of not just the band but Aaron in general. Um, so yeah, that whole session I was just so locked in. Um,
Nice.
so yeah, that Trust Issues was really cool. But yeah, I got that one
Yeah.
too. Let's go.
It's a really good song.
Thank you.
That's the newer songs. I'm like, wow, you guys did really good for this song.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then I got Rapid Fire. So one has to go. Breakdowns, clean hooks, or guitar solos.
Guitar solos.
How come?
Um, I just think it's kind of outdated. I don't think that anyone, I could be wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but like I don't think that anyone go like in the general public remembers a song because of a guitar solo
Yeah.
anymore. They used to,
Mm-hmm.
like, but
I
it
think, yeah, early 2000s wise, like 90s,
yeah,
80s for sure. But now I feel
yeah,
like, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And I'm sorry, all my guitar people, like big nerds, like, and I don't say nerds like nerd, no, but like guitar nerds, gearheads, like they love the solo stuff, and there's like incredible guitar players out there,
Mm-hmm.
but the exclusion, what's that dude? Tim Benson, or the guy that played Polyphia?
Oh,
Uh
I forget his name, but yeah, I know who we were talking
yeah,
about. Yeah.
yeah. I can't remember what his name is, but crazy
Yeah.
good. You know what I
Really good.
mean? So it's like, Yeah, I get that, but we don't have a multitude of people doing that. So it's like
Mhm.
people aren't listening to songs for guitar solos like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Festivals, headline shows, or opening slots.
Opening slots.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mosh pits, crowd surfing, St. Alon's.
You might be surprised on this one.
Hmm.
I would say mosh pits.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I like it all, but at least for our shows, like I, I really want sing-alongs. That's like the
Hmm.
biggest thing that I would want if I had to throw everything out. Sing-alongs would be the first thing that I would want to keep. But I do love some crowd surfing. That's
Yeah.
cool. Crowd surfing is dope. I'd prefer barricade for crowd surfing. I don't really like when people get on stage because it's such a there's just that split moment there where like they get on stage and they can get hurt, as far as like falling on gear or unplugging something or bumping
Yeah.
into one of us. That's always kind of a problem. But you do this for a while and you figure it out. Like you're like, all right, if they're gonna be crowd surfing, I definitely ain't gonna stay right there. But I've helped people, like continued singing and take my arm out and like
Oh yeah.
hold a whole body up. We'll do stuff like that. But yeah, moshing is cool. But for at least my band, if one had to go, throw that
It's
out.
been that. Okay. In ears,
Yeah.
no in ears, or floor monitors.
And this is like kick one out,
Yeah.
right?
Kick one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, floor monitors
Yeah.
got to go.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
That's something that and we haven't been running in-ears for too long. We just started in 23, but
Mm.
it literally opened my
Oh yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
It changes you for sure. 100
Yep.
percent.
And
Um,
protecting the ears too.
that too. Yeah, especially for yeah, yeah, for any musician that helps with you guys for yeah, crowd wise and everything, and just so you guys can hear each other for anything,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Fast food catering or local restaurants.
Kick out the fast food.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget lyrics live, break a string mid song or mics cut out.
Hmm. I think the mic's cut out. Mic's cut out is definitely got to go.
Yeah, that
Um,
that sucks.
I've had all three of them happen.
Hmm.
There's character. There's a character moment in forgetting lyrics. It's funny. You can make a little joke out of it. Um, Guitar strings breaking.
Yeah.
It can showcase a guitarist really well or really horrible.
True.
Sometimes guitarists can get creative, or you can do a little bit of showmanship with whoever's helping out, as on your stage. We've had some moments where this is a little different, but guitar strap broke or something,
Oh
and
yeah.
my photo guy like put his camera down and went up behind my guitar player and like held the guitar up for him for a little bit, and then like during waited for he knew our set so well that there's like a maybe a part where the guitar's not played. He got his other guitar set up and ready and
Hmm.
just helped literally switched it out for him, let him just stay square to the crowd, did not remove his stature and everything. It was such a cool switch off. But yeah, the mic's going out, that's super annoying to me. And I've been staying pretty tuned in. I use a wireless mic now, so
Mm.
I'm always checking out my battery life, always
Yeah.
doing that. And our front of house usually is in our ears, so if there's ever a problem with the PA out, he'll mic in, and it can only be heard by us. So he'll just be like, "Hey, yo, Mikey, your mic's not working," or like, I lost frequency to your mic, something's going on," and we have a backup mic on the ground that's hooked like direct in, so
That's good.
we'll go ahead and pick that up. But I prefer the wireless. It's our wireless is super nice. We have a nice system, so
Hmm.
I prefer that.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
What did I have next? Oh, play your worst song forever. Never play your best song again. Only play clean songs forever.
Worst play your worst song forever. Yeah, that's got to go.
Yeah, that's yeah that yeah that's fair.
Yeah.
Playing new songs, playing hits, or playing deep cuts?
Um, let's say the deep cuts.
Damn, you taking out the deep cuts, man.
Yeah, I well, this is hard though too. I mean, cuz I don't know, this is kind of this is a current problem with this band actually. Like all three of those things. Cuz are we want to play what the fans want to hear.
Yeah,
And then there's always going to be that small percentage of like selfishness that we have where it's like we want to play what we like. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? And what we like is not everything that we like and love is a hit per se.
True.
So, and some of those would be deep cuts. So like when we're, with a tour or something that we are announcing here, it's like we're picking the set list and I'm looking across Spotify, Apple Music, I'm looking to see, and then I'm also remembering what we've done in the past, what's done well live, and we're building a set list, and then I show it to the guys and they're just like, oh no, like this one song has to be in there, and I'm like, well guys, what, where are we where are we coming up with that ideology?
Yeah.
Because we've you know it's not doing well, like it's not doing better than these other top 15 or whatever it is. Are you guys just wanting to do it because you like it? Well, it's a good this, and I'm like, I get it, I love it too, but I also like would love more. I would love it more if we put something in its place that is asked of us to play. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like people like ask for these songs. Why aren't you playing this one? It's like, oh well, in the past, it's like, oh well, because we don't want to play that one and we want to play this. Well,
Yeah.
like they are here to see what they want. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's all about them.
Yeah,
It's
it's all
not
about the
it's
fans
not
for
a
sure.
yeah, it's not about me. And like, hey, maybe one day I can sprinkle a little bit of like all about me and all about us. But for right now, it's like we really need to cater to them and find out what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I would love to do like a little questionnaire where it's like, hey, what song do you want? But like, you know, we're not going to capture everyone's vote that is going to come to all these shows. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's
It'll
just
be.
that's a
I.
nice thing.
What have I've seen this once with a band where they done like a voting system where you guys can cycle through like one song throughout the set list, like change it up like between three songs or whatever, or that kind of thing. Like you cycle throughout the tour of like three songs and then you just let the audience pick or even like fans vote online to circle up
Yeah,
that one set part on the set list. I think I've seen before.
we had, man, this is going so deep, and we thought about it, and then it was funny. I like mentioned it to my booking agent, and he was like, "Man, that's too deep." But I can pull up the analytics on like Spotify artist page and stuff to see which songs stream in which cities.
Yeah.
So like, I could be like, "Oh, I'll just use Demon as an example.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, Demon streams really well in Chicago, but not in Detroit. We should play Demon in Chicago and put something else on in Detroit.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I think there's something to be said about having one set list. And at least for my band, after a week, I start to learn exactly where I'm going to stop, where I'm going to, like, I don't say the same thing every night. I cater it specifically to the crowd, but it's like
Mhm.
I say similar things each night. I've learned the set. I know where I'm going to go drink my water. I know where I'm going to walk off stage and
Yeah.
let stage left guitar get in the front and vibe out. Like, you know, so I think that that's an important part of the
Mhm.
live show. Um, but I commend artists that can switch it up like that and do whatever they want, and have the crowd shout out and stuff. Like I love that.
Yeah.
But at least for me, the way that I operate, like I kind of need that repetition.
Mhm.
But it's a good idea, and I'm not
Mm.
saying it wouldn't work, but it is pretty deep. I told my guy that came up with that. I was like, that's a good idea. I was like, but that's a lot of legwork, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we need to do that much, but we do have we always set up a tour to where we have other songs ready to go, just in case we find out that a certain song's not doing, like, vibing well, like not
Okay.
getting good crowd reaction or something. We'll trade it in for something else, or if a certain song gives me a little bit more fatigue, rapping through, like we get to like week 3 and I'm like, hey man, I'm not, I'm kind of tired, like I got sick or something, and I'm not
Mm-hmm.
able to perform this song to its highest regard. We'll trade it out and put something else in. I mean, I never wish for that, but it happens,
Yeah.
every once in a while. So we got to have a solution versus like just eliminating the song slot and playing 8 instead of 10 or whatever, which
Yeah.
we've done that, and playing some is better than none. But
Exactly.
we always want to, like, I don't want to take the time away from my guys because I'm having trouble. So I always want to try to come up with a solution so that we're not cutting set time. But yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And then I have The Truth in Your Eyes, Buried Alive, and Rock Bottom. If you had to take out one of them.
Mm, I would take out Rock Bottom.
Really?
Yeah. I love everything we've done. Um, but I think Barely Alive is a staple.
Mm-hmm.
It's where we began. Um, the Truth in Your Eyes is, in my opinion, thus far, the best stuff that we've done. And the fans obviously pretty much think so too. So that just leaves Rock Bottom.
Yeah.
And I think Rock Bottom was cool. Uh, I just think that even between Rock Bottom and Barely Alive, uh, the EP just had more of us in it.
Mm-hmm.
Rock Bottom was a little, we were exploring, you know, different sounds and kind of pushing boundaries a little too much on that one.
Yeah.
But you have to do it in order to grow as an artist. You have to do it, and even if you're not successful, um, you can you can use that as like the boundary set. It's like, okay, well, we know how far we can go now. So we kind of made that clear to ourselves, and moving forward with all the new music we've done, we push some boundaries, but we don't really take it too far.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And tell me, what do you have planned for the rest of 2026? And tell the people what you got going on right now, Mikey. I'm assuming
Um,
tour and all that.
yeah, yeah, tour, couple of one-off shows, um, and lots of music,
Cool.
lots and lots of music.
And where can they find you, Mikey? On social media and that.
Um, Instagram would be Savage Hands Official. Um, Same thing for Facebook. It's all kind of tailored together, I think. And then TikTok, we're Savage Hands Official. I think the only handle that might be different would be X or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Savage Hands Band. Um, and then, on all digital streaming platforms, wherever you listen to music, Pandora, Deezer, Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify. It's all just Savage Hands. I
Cool.
think we're the only one out there, which is insane, but yep.
Thanks
Yeah.
so much, Mikey, for coming
Yeah.
on, man.